Hey y'all, what is going on everybody? My name is Mr. Spade and we have a shotgun gameplay on the map Interchange from Modern Warfare 3. We're using the SPAS-12, one of my favorite shotguns from Modern Warfare 2. Going over to C-Flag, trying to get that nade up there. Got stuck on that crate and boom! Got dead real fast. Nice range on that shotgun, but just not quite enough damage. I'll get to that in a second though. I'll get to all the different shotguns and their attributes, and specifically the SPAS-12. And I want to talk about just how bad the shotguns are in this game. It seems to me that the shotguns can be overpowered by pretty much any weapon. The assault rifle, LMGs, secondary weapons, machine pistols, shotguns. No, not shotguns, sorry, pistols. That's what I meant. And it just doesn't seem as though Infinity Ward put enough oomph into them. The assault rifles obviously are the strongest in the game. They're followed by the SMGs, followed by the LMGs, and finally the shotguns. Those are just the primary weapons that is. That's just my opinion, of course. It is only a couple days after the release of Modern Warfare 3, so don't berate me too much if you're watching this months later or even a couple weeks later and you're saying, what are you talking about? Your opinions are all wrong, because maybe my opinions have changed in that amount of time, okay? Get off my junk. I don't need you there. So, anyways, let's get right into it. Shotguns, shall we? The first shotgun we have is the USAS. What a crazy name for a shotgun, eh? The USAS. I'm gonna USAS you all the way to USAS can stand. It's actually called the USAS-12, and this gun is a fully automatic shotgun, very similar to the AA-12, but it does have a little bit less of a spread. When I say spread, I mean bullet spread, which means the bullets spread out all over the place. The spread is a little bit less, and I find that the fire rate is a little bit less as well. Also, the damage is a little bit less. So if I were to choose between this gun and the AA-12, I would choose AA-12 any day of the week. This gun just doesn't seem very good, and I would say that it is the second worst shotgun in the game. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? The KSG-12. Now, this is very similar to the SPAS-12. It is a pump-action shotgun like the SPAS-12. And look at that, two-piece. It is a pump-action shotgun, although I find it is a little bit better than the SPAS-12. It has a little bit higher damage. The range is about the same, which means that the damage over range ratio is a little bit higher. So, that makes it just a better gun from the stats alone. And in actual gameplay, I would have to agree with those stats. The damage is definitely higher. It's a lot more of a consistent shotgun, the KSG-12 that is, than the SPAS-12. The SPAS-12 is very inconsistent, and actually that leads me into the next gun, which is the SPAS-12. Oh, you guessed it! You got a gold medal and a cookie. Good for you. So yeah, the SPAS-12 is very inconsistent, and you'll hear me use that gun whenever look at that, hit marker, what the hell, that was from 2 feet away. That's what I'm talking about, inconsistency. Sometimes you will get a hit marker from 2 feet away, and sometimes you will get a kill from 15 feet away. It's very frustrating, but you know what, that's just how Infinity Ward designed the gun. It's annoying, but we're gonna have to live with it. As I was saying, the SPAS-12, the range is pretty good. I can get hit markers from pretty far away. The only problem is sometimes you will have to put anywhere from 2 shots to 4 shots into a guy. Once I even shot 6 bullets into a guy, and he didn't end up dying until the 6th bullet. It's very irritating with these to use the SPAS-12 sometimes, because you think that you can kill the guy because you're getting hit markers from so far away, but you're not actually getting a lot of damage into the guy. It can be annoying at times, and in my opinion, the SPAS-12 is definitely the worst shotgun in the game so far, which is a real shame considering the SPAS-12 was one of the best shotguns in Modern Warfare 2. I think that Infinity Ward, they nerfed it so much so because people complained about the SPAS-12 and how it was a secondary and it could be used as a primary, especially on stuff like sniper rifles. And you could have a sniper rifle for long range, and then you could have your shotgun for short range, and you were pretty much unstoppable if you knew how to use it right. Now, I think that they learned from that mistake, and they nerfed the shotgun SPAS-12 quite a bit, but that's rather unfortunate for players like me who like to use the SPAS-12 quite a bit, because the SPAS-12 was just a hell of a lot of fun to play in Modern Warfare 2, and I think some of you guys, a lot of you, can agree with me that the SPAS-12 is a lot of fun, and it is very disappointing that they nerfed it in this game. It's a lot worse. I came into this game hoping for the shotguns to be good, and I'm really disappointed with them, but I will get into that once I finish off the rest of these shotguns. The next gun that we have is the AA-12. Interesting how all these guns seem to have 12 after them, isn't it? Anyways, moving on. The AA-12, as I said, is very similar to the USAS-12, which it is fully automatic. However, the spread is a little bit bigger, that is the spread of the bullets, and the damage output seems to be just a little bit higher. So, AA-12 or USAS-12, I would choose the AA-12 any day, especially with steady aim. You're pretty much unstoppable. Steady aim and scavenger I would suggest, because it only has, I think you have only 16 bullets in a clip. Sorry, 16 bullets in total, which is not a lot. You have 8 bullets in your regular clip, and then you have 8 backup bullets, and that's not a lot. That's maybe enough to get 2 or 3 kills. So I would definitely suggest grabbing Scavenger with this. I don't have Scavenger unlocked yet, but I tried using it without Scavenger, and I ran out of ammo very quickly. So wait until you have Scavenger before you use the AA-12, unless you are willing to switch out to a secondary weapon very quickly. Also use steady aim with this, as the spread is ginormous. You can tighten it up a little bit, and you can get a little bit more damage output into the enemy, instead of having it all over the place and getting less damage output into the enemy. So the second last shotgun we have is the Striker. Now I have actually used the Striker, even though I'm not a high enough level for it. It is one of the default classes though, so I was able to use it. I actually showed it in my second video. Now I can give my actual opinions on the Striker. The Striker is similar to the SPAS-12 in the sense that it does have a lot of range but very low damage. However, it is not pump action. It is a semi-automatic shotgun, which means you can fire it, trigger finger it. That's the word I was looking for. Kind of like an FAL, how you could trigger finger that. Very similar to the Striker from Modern Warfare 2. It is a decent gun, but it just doesn't have a lot of damage. So if you want to use this gun, play very tactically, get behind the enemy, get really close to them if you can. I know it makes you want to say, I know you want to stay farther away from the enemy just because you have more range with the shotgun, but the longer range does not necessarily mean you can get more kills from longer range. You need to be nice and close just because the damage isn't very high over a longer range. You get hit markers, but you won't put a lot of bullets into the guy. And hold on. We got this sick ass spot coming up right away. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 3-piece, baby! Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 3-piece. Anyways, final shotgun we have, really quick, is the Model 1887. I haven't gotten to use that yet, but it looks pretty decent from what I've seen. So far, the damage is obviously very high because it is a Model 1887, just the fire rate is a little low. So hopefully that'll be the better shotgun out of the ones that I've used so far, but let me give my overall opinion on the shotguns. I think that they could do with a little bit of a buff, to be honest. All the shotguns seem to be very inconsistent, as I said, and I don't think that Infinity Ward put enough stress on them. I think that they wanted the fully automatics to be used more, the assault rifles, the SMGs, the LMGs, and that's rather unfortunate because I came into Modern Warfare 3 hoping for the shotguns to be very good, and they just aren't. They just plain and simple are not good. So I would suggest guys playing with the fully automatics until you get comfortable with the rush routes and the maps, and then switch over to the fully automatics, shotguns, and have fun with those. Anyways, if you like this video, give it a like and give me some feedback, and I shall see you all later. We won that game 24-4 with the SPAS-12 and Scar H. That's pretty good in my books. This was on the first night of the release, so I thought that was a pretty great score. Anyways, I'll see you later. I'm out. Deuces.